Our tactical beacon is offline.
Should have seen that coming. Kill.
UAV standing by.
Hostile down.
Yo, what is up guys? What is going on? Zach or Immortal here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Today we are jumping back into the world of Black Ops 4 to take a look at the best specialist in the game. We of course have a pretty good variety of specialists here in BO4, some new, some old, but I think that there is one that stands above the rest that is undoubtedly the most useful in my opinion. Let's just jump right into it. I think the best specialist in the game is Recon. It's pretty much the one that I've been using the most since the beta dropped earlier this year, and I've been pretty much using it solely since the game actually released last week. Personally, I think Recon is super useful whether you're a good player, whether you're a bad player, whether you're just an average player. Recon helps a ton in game compared to some of the other specialists. For starters, you get the sensor dart as your equipment, which I think is super useful. It's basically a mini UAV that you can get multiple times a game. Even if you're not a great player, you of course don't have to build up to that UAV score streak. You do get a mini UAV a couple of times in every match through the sensor dart. Now of course it does only cover a small portion of the map, but used effectively in certain game modes, it can be a major game changer. If you're playing something like domination or hard points, or even any game mode that has a control point on the map, using the sensor dart around one of those major choke points is going to help out a ton, not only for you but for your team as well. Recon is a great specialist to help try and win games. He is a great team-based specialist in general. Going on with the sensor dart here, you're basically able to highlight any small area of the map for a limited amount of time. So if you are playing a domination and you're really struggling to capture that B flag because the enemies are sitting behind corners or they're moving back and forth and they're constantly picking you off, you can throw that sensor dart down and now you're going to know exactly where everybody is around the B flag. Or if you're really struggling to break into a hard point, or you want to ensure that you can hold the hard point, you can throw down the sensor dart and it's going to highlight the area around that hard point zone. It's super effective for trying to hold down certain areas of the map and not be taken by surprise with enemies coming up from behind you or from around different corners. It basically just allows you to, like I said earlier, get that mini UAV without actually having to get the UAV streak. Then along with the sensor dart, we of course get the Vision Pulse specialist ability, which is essentially a wall hack for a short period of time. This I think is the most effective specialist ability in the game. Yeah, you have Gravity Spike, you have Seraph's Annihilator. Those are great for getting a couple of kills. You of course have to have decent accuracy with Seraph's Annihilator. Gravity Slam or the Gravity Spike is sort of luck based if you want to try and get multiple kills with it, but with Vision Pulse, not only are you able to build up a little bit of score because you do get assist points every single time you do scan and highlight an enemy with Vision Pulse, but like I said, it's basically a wall hack where you're able to pre-aim everybody that you highlight for that limited time while that wall hack mode is up. And in Black Ops 4 especially, landing those first couple of shots on your enemy is a huge difference maker in determining who wins that gunfight. Of course, there are some odd instances where you might get the first shot off and then you die first. Maybe they got a lucky quickscope or their shotgun hit a lucky shot or something out of the blue happens, but normally if you hit first, you will get that kill, especially with the awkward time to kill in BO4 because of the increased health that we haven't seen in Call of Duty in years past. So being able to pre-aim guys around corners or know exactly when they're pushing you and where they're pushing you from allows you to have that advantage in that gunfight, and the majority of the time ensure you a couple of pretty easy kills. Contrary to the other specialists in the game, I feel like Recon is the most universal for the average player. Whether you're super good at the game or you're just decent, Recon is going to help you get a couple of pretty easy kills. Compared to, you know, maybe Gravity Spike, you do have to get a little bit lucky if you want to get a multi-kill with it. You're going to have to rely on the enemies all grouping together in order to actually get 2, 3, maybe even 4 kills with it. With Seraph's Annihilator, you're going to have decent aim if you want to go on a little bit of a streak using the pistol. Same deal with Prophet's Tempest. You do have to have that skill to win that gunfight because your accuracy has to be good in order to ensure yourself that one kill with the specialist weapons. So with Recon here, yes, of course, you do have to be good enough to actually aim and win the gunfight, but you have such a huge awareness advantage over the enemies because you can see them through walls and know exactly where they're coming from and when they're coming, that you should be able to win the majority of those gunfights. So absolutely, undeniably, I think that the Recon Specialist is the best specialist in Black Ops 4 for the advantage it gives you in one-on-one gunfights and as a team player overall. I think it is super effective in game. Like I said, I've pretty much been solely using it since BO4 dropped, and I seem to be doing pretty well with it, and it helps me a ton in game. So if you guys are looking for a specialist to help you in game and one that you really want to help solidify your in-game dominance, definitely try out a Recon and let me know what you think. If this video did help you guys out, be sure to give it a big old thumbs up, slap that like button, it would be much appreciated. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe with your channel notifications turned on. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.